run off of the built-in, like the fucking, what's it even called? The thing. Integrated. There we go. The integrated graphics.
Century.
Rather than the GPU.
One entire century.
Another interesting issue that I'm having is I appear to not have a volume mixer now. It actually has completely disappeared from my little toolbar in the bottom right. So pretty much I'm convinced that my computer is going to light on fire in the next day or two.
Well, my little one just needed to take a big nap.
Especially at this rate.
Meanwhile, the nightmares multiplied. They spread. They generated new demons, even more terrifying than before. The Glade of Dreams is in danger, my friend. Go. Quickly, wake up our legendary heroes.
I mean, sure, it's happened before. Like, people have lost their volume mixer before. It's no big deal. But along with all of the other issues that's happening, I can only assume that my computer, like I said before, will light on fire soon. Middle 53, that's not the worst in the world. Dude, I just hit his shield. Oh my god, I've never done that. I don't even know you could. Well, I lost, 10 seconds from it. Dude, how did I hit that ghost? I've never been able to do that before. That ghost has either killed me or not been there. Murphy, why do you wait so long before going there? Like, what are you waiting at? What am I gonna go to until that? There's, like, nothing even interactable. Ugh, that's so bad. That entire thing just felt so wrong. Oh well. What is Shadow? This game was initially made for Wii U exclusively. And then they were like, but we want to sell copies. So then they decided to put it to every other system as well. But at least they did the PC port at the same time as the other console ports. So PC doesn't have some huge glaring issues such as, I don't know, soft locks. How did I land on his head? How was he close enough for me to land on his head? I've never even seen that. Like, it's happened maybe one other time. Good. 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 Perfect. Rayman forgot how to jump, by the way. I would just like to point out that, why did it start on help?
One century. One entire century of yawning and snoring wildly. It seems that the heroes of the Glade of Dreams are under the effect of a mysterious soothing power. Well, my little ones just needed to take a big nap. Meanwhile,
This cutscene's gonna get old real quick.
they spread. They generated new demons, even more terrifying than before. The Glade of Dreams is in danger, my friend. Go. Quickly, wake up our legendary heroes.
Alright. I'm thinking about things I can do right now. The biggest thing I'm currently thinking of, and I'm referring to computer stuff. I have a desktop, and it's fine aside from CPU. CPU and RAM need an upgrade, but aside from that, it's got a pretty good GPU. One that should at least last a couple more years. So what I think I'm gonna do is probably, I don't know, my next X amount of dollars will likely go towards a new CPU and RAM sticks, and then I'll probably try to actually stream from that thing. Although I also kind of want a second monitor for that, because I only have one monitor that I can, like, actually separate monitor. Which is why I even have the dual monitor setup on my laptop. So I think I'm gonna just do that, and because hopefully that computer will not have any of the issues that this computer has. I know from past experience that that computer has really not had any issues with anything at all, aside from the fact that it's bottlenecked very hard by the CPU because it's a dual core. But it only costs like 150 bucks, and that came with the motherboard, so how could I even pass it up? Cool. Oh yeah, I need to buy a second monitor if I do want to actually swap over to the other computer at some point. Dude, the zips. Oh, if I owned a single HD TV, sure, I'd use that as a second monitor. But all of the TVs in this entire house are CRTs. And I'm okay with it, to be completely honest, because CRTs are pretty nice. But pretty much removes the option of that being used for a second monitor. Dude, I keep landing on his head. Oh, Rayman remembered how to jump. Cool, good job, Rayman. Good jorb. Alright, so I'm already 2 seconds ahead now, because normally I'd hit that at, well, in my PB I hit it at 410. What is this dude doing? How have you not seen a CRT for years? Have you never been to the household who owns old gaming consoles? Dude. Oh my god, his head is impossible to land on. I give up. Dude, I didn't want to grab the chain, I wanted to just jump. Oh my god, I didn't want to go that far down either. Dude, I don't know how that hits me sometimes, but whatever. I don't care. Dude, I almost fell too far on the vine tongue thing. That was still pretty solid. Doo-doo doo-doo. Doo-doo doo-doo. Hi! Yeah, dude, duck hunt. Alright, I have to check it. Derp. Dude, I wish I owned an NES or a SNES. That's like the one console that I really wish I had right now. Because those games, whoops! Those games, like, I don't know. They're always fun, no matter if you have the bad or the good ones. There's just something about NES and SNES games. Cool. Dude, did you just standing punch? Okay, and do it, and over. So hitting those butterflies, I feel, is actually better than trying to avoid them. Good. I landed on the left side of the mushroom that I've never landed on the left side of. Going quite well. No power adapter, dude, that sucks. Okay, that was a pretty solid Enchanted Forest. I have N64, GameCube, PS2 all right within touching distance of myself right now. So that's pretty nice. Donkey Kong Country 2. Donkey Kong Country 2 is pretty good. 1 and 2 are definitely the best country games. A lot of people say Returns is actually pretty good, and I wouldn't quite disagree. I'm not the biggest fan, though. Whoops! Oh well, don't need his 5 lumps anyway. Did I get a turnaround animation while holding right the entire time while leaving water? That is the most interesting, bizarre motion thing that has happened in this game so far. Dude, get up there. I almost had, like, the perfect. Cool. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, sure, Buddha. Definitely not a bad game. I'd agree with that for Returns. So yeah, I came up with this different damage boost to get the coin because I use this as a ticket level, and I'd rather not kill as many enemies as it would require without that coin. Seamus, I have no idea. Definitely not of Dark Souls, I'll tell you that much. Because, first off, Dark Souls no longer works on my computer. Secondly, I've done, like, everything for in a nutshell for Dark Souls. Dude! Get out of here. Get up there. Dude, Rayman, what are you doing? Okay, still pretty good. Dude, I don't get this zip. It's so fucking confusing, I don't know. Doesn't do anything, but it's silly as hell. Do not check it, please. Oh no, check it's after quicksand, right. Oh really? The new patch broke a lot of stuff? Well, that would explain why my game would crash constantly when I was trying to get it to work before I uninstalled and reinstalled, but now that I've uninstalled and reinstalled, it no longer will even launch in the foreground, so... I'm free! Dude, these eyeball guys are so weird sometimes. Their cycle is so random as hell. I don't get it. I'd rather just call it random. I'm glad I stopped running it right at the end. Really? That's awful, Seamus. Rip FromSoft. You did a good job up until right now. Dude, I hope so as well, Vortail. The fact that I'm green at all right now is pretty good news, though. Seeing as these splits were fucking phenomenal. Am I actually gonna get sub 20 split for World 1? Because that's like even more insane than I ever had assumed would be possible. Because in these splits, I got sub 20 punch, but I split after all of the lums get counted, so... Dude, Rayman, what are you doing? I even buffered the jump and he just decided not to jump. Dude, that spike is always, like, that stationary object is so hard to deal with sometimes, I swear to God. And I've immediately died because of two idiotic mistakes that neither of which should happen literally ever. Murphy, hurry up. Dude. Dude. That's not a heart? What the fuck? I thought that was a heart. Well, that's a heart. I'll tell you that much. Oops. Cool. Not bad at all. Nice. Lost time because of death, but overall pretty good level. I can definitely have a sub 20-minute World 1 just by doing everything clean. There shouldn't be a pop-up. Well, there's that pop-up, but yeah. Okay. Hiya! Dude, I'm almost out of Mike and X already. I'm sad. Now I'm out of Mike and X. So can I actually get this teensy at the other platform? I was watching Wartail, and he was able to actually get it at the spot with the second phase. I'm not testing it. Dude, Mike and X are fucking delicious. Anybody who says otherwise is a liar. Just die already, fuck. I hate that so much that the fireball just soaks every punch. And it's not a number of hits to beat the phases of the boss. Cool. Whoops, I actually want to be up here. I'll catch it. Give me the fire, right here. Damn it. This dragon just didn't want to give me the fire. $19.50 punch? Holy god, that's fast. Oh my god. That is fast as hell. I almost can't believe that split. Grabby hand? Okay, good. Dude. That was impossible. I went through it. It went through me. It does cool rip? I had no fucking idea. I didn't think it did. That's really strange. Jeez, I wasted more time than I saved by doing that. I'm not answering that question, Hopros, for more than just one reason. There's like at least 5 that I could name off the top of my head for why I'm not answering that question. That's crazy cool, Rip. So, I do not want to check it. No thanks. I don't like where the heart starts in those 2 levels. Dude, I hit Y 4 times when up there, and Murphy refused to move the thing any of the times. I don't know how I could have hit attack more times than I did, but apparently I didn't hit it enough. Thank you, Murphy. Dude, I did it! And maybe if you just keep rotating, you can actually get the attack off. I have no idea why that would do anything to it, but that's the only thing I did differently than ever before. Dude, how? That's not possible! Oh my god, this game. It's doing impossible shit every day. Still a really good split. $4.22. I kind of want to just walk out of bounds and instead of holding sprint, just fucking get rocketed out. Whoops! That's not the level I was supposed to enter. I even have my splits as notes. Whatever. I'll just mix up the splits for a 15th time. Dude, I didn't want to grab that. Dude, Rayman, I don't want you to wall jump that far away from the wall. Not sure how that actually gave me the height boost, but I guess I'll take it. Should I actually hovered instead of the first kick? Why do I have the wrong music here? What happened? Again, these splits are gonna look completely wrong. Because I'm doing the levels completely out of order. Because I'm a big fat idiot. I mean, it'll immediately look normal after I finish the princess level, though. Dude, I hit A! I was holding it. That's the checkpoint. I don't know if I could have held A any more than I actually held A. Okay, I'm losing minutes now. This is now absurd. That was just the worst thing. Yeah, I lost 7 seconds. That's about right. Should have lost more if I had anything good at all in my PB. Quote PB. Alright, well. I thought I jumped soon enough. Oh well. I really don't like where the heart starts. It makes me really scared that I'm gonna miss it. Even with a wrong warp, you wouldn't get to credits. The only useful wrong warp that would exist in this game is a wrong warp into end credits, because in order to actually get the credits, you have to beat every boss. Meaning even if you could warp past the 260 requirement, you'd still have to beat everything else. If it brought you straight to the final level, you still would have to do everything. Which is unfortunate, because the wrong warp would be pretty cool to exist in this game, but it doesn't. And even if it did, like I said, pretty much useless. Dude, this jump is not possible. It like doesn't, the flower thing like doesn't exist except for underneath the toad, and I don't understand why. Alright, at least I'm on like the safest cycle for that, so it's not the end of the world. Okay. Losing a bit of time because of that. Because of the flower platform mix-up. See? Sure, Brannigan, but not nearly enough. This is a surprisingly long game. How at all? If anything, this time is pretty much anticipated. I swear to God you can actually land on the thing. I mean, what is happening? How did I wall jump? That's not even possible! There's nothing to wall jump off of. I might just want to restart this level, like this is already terrible. I don't even have the heart that I should have right now. Not having the heart has some untold consequences. Like making this bit a pile of dicks. Well, bag of dicks even. Can't just brute force through it. Get... Okay, well, he's just gonna cling to the wall like a gecko, so I actually have to wait. This part right here is scary. Dude, why does that guy never turn around? There we go. Alley-oop. Okay, losing a ton of time. Almost 10 seconds lost on this level. Eek. Eek. And by almost 10, I mean like 6. But I mean, this game, like, I don't see how this would be considered long. If you've ever played the game, this is still pretty fucking short. Because you need to beat every boss and collect 260 teensies to even unlock the final boss, so... 260 teensies is quite a bit. Not to mention almost no main game levels are skippable. Almost none. Meatball. I don't know how Spike gets like 25s on this time trial. I know there's a jump that I'm skipping, but that's not 4 seconds worth. Zip. I want to find ways to actually use the zips. Okay. That's a good heart positioning. I like where that heart starts. That was sloppy. Oh well. The beginning stretch was actually probably fast enough to make up for the slop. Wait, no. I was like, wait, do I get this queen? But I knew, obviously not. Dude, I did it. I made it over the apple for the first time ever. World record. Apple skip %. Whatever. Brannigan, there's no such thing. I'm telling you right now that no game dev would ever include such an idiotic thing in their game. Seeing as with very basic debug tools, you can just give yourself a value of teensies. So why would they need such a test level? Dude, Rayman, get in. Okay. Dude, I did it! I skipped both apples. Perfect. This is the run. Well, it was. Dude! Rayman! What is a wall jump? If a dev includes such a thing, then they're intending for people to find it. Meaning it would be in the 3D adventure game and it's stored out of bounds. That would be a thing that would exist. But it's not a dev area. Devs don't need an area. Devs are just like, well, I'll give myself 1 million lums right now. Cool. I have 1 million lums now. I can't get my whistling to sound like that. My whistles are pretty weak. But yeah, debugging stuff is what devs do if they want to test random shit. Or even QA for that matter. Poop. Dude, I'm surprised that lava didn't hurt me. There was so much lava. Oh my god. I'm really surprised I landed on the platform. God, get out of here, random lava. I'm actually kind of scared that I'm gonna miss the ticket, which is a weird thing. I've never been scared that I was gonna miss this ticket. How much more do I have left? A reasonable amount. I might actually have to make a bit of a detour to grab some extra lums. I'm not sure where. There's a heart I know for sure that I can grab. I attacked. That's so random. I'm just never gonna stand under it then. Because, like, it's so random. 414. The ending is near. Okay, we're good now. I actually probably didn't need to grab that because of this teensy. Well, yeah, I technically didn't have to, but I wanted to be safe, and I'm glad I was. And losing time. Cool beans. So it appears as if these splits that are happening right now are all actually mirroring what happened in the previous run in terms of what's green and what's red. Which is interesting, because that means I'm doing the stuff that I did better in the previous run better than I did in the previous run, but the stuff that I did worse in the previous run compared to the run before, I'm doing worse than the previous run in this run. Which is bizarre. I'm not sure how this queen was timed, but okay. I had a really low jump. Not sure how that queen was timed, but I feel like it might actually be not worth it, simply because of how long you have to wait for the cake and stuff. Whoops. Yeah, it doesn't matter, I have to wait anyway. But if that queen was timed the way I think it was, I think we should retime it. Okay, I'll wait. Okay. How is that possible? That's not possible. That's like the epitome of impossible. Something that automates your movement. Automated it wrong. And before that one also automates it wrong. Oh, I wasn't next to it. I wanted to get the infi spin. Cool. Nope, Brannigan, I did not. I did not hit any buttons after hitting it. It has something to do with how close you are to the ceiling when you hit it. Because I know for a fact that if you are lower down, you hit it at the bottom, you're fine. But every single time I hit it while I'm really close to the ceiling above me, it tends to bug out a bit. I've never had it bug out that bad. Normally it still sends me on top of the thing, but that was a very unique situation. Okay. Don't slip down into the lava, friend. I kind of want to just like get ahead of him to see how early is too early or too late, I guess, to lose him. Because I'm wondering if I can actually lose him early and not soft lock. Because I know he gets pretty far off camera in these sections, for example. But I want to know. I want to mess with it. I'm a little scared to mess with it in this run, though. Because I actually have green splits. Like here, he's fully off camera. This is normally what happens. And then he catches up miraculously. Short hop worked. Cool. Okay, he's on camera. Cool, he got here. No soft lock. Awesome. And before, oh my god, he just flick you off with that very deformed middle finger that looks almost like a thumb. Nah, that wasn't Rubber Band AI. So that was a very good zip. I'm liking that. But no, it's not Rubber Band AI. What happens is, as I understand it, when you get close to the end, like there's a stretch at the end where it triggers him to move fast. And the way that it works is that if he doesn't, okay, I can't kick hearts ever. Well, I guess I just won't get hit then. But if he actually runs fast and doesn't get to the trigger point to die, then the game soft locks and the lava sits completely stationary in like a giant gelatin ball. Block even. I don't have to kill that guy. In fact, it's probably beneficial to not kill that guy. Alright, I'm gonna trust what I've been told about this boss. Oh wait, no! Okay, I'll do it next. I was like, I'm gonna trust what somebody told me about this boss. And just hide in one of these little inventions, the lower platforms, when he does the sweep. It's probably incorrect to trust anybody, but especially without a heart, I'm not gonna trust anybody. Fuck that. Just don't hit me. Which one's riskier? The strat that I've been told is 100% effective, or attempting to not get hit by the skeleton that I've only been hit by once ever? Fuck if I know. Da-na-na-na. 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 Dude, where are these fireballs going? Dude, what are they doing? This is the most angled fireballs I've ever seen in my life. I don't know how to dodge that many angled fireballs. That was absurd. That was absolutely ridiculous. Get out of here! These fireballs are just like disobeying all laws. Christ almighty, there's so many fireballs. I legitimately have never seen this many fireballs in this fight. This is absurd. Get out of here, fireballs. Well, I'm losing time. Okay. There's a wall that you can wall jump off of, and I don't know why. Now let's go do a level that I'll never do as well as I did in these splits. In fact, like a string of 10 levels that I'll never do as well as these splits. Shields up and down. How I hate you. How can I express the way? Choking is a good way. Well. Clearly this is the world's best designed level. Whoa, how did I jump? I was airborne! I guess I shouldn't complain because it helped me. Nice momentum. But that was bizarre. Okay. Dude, this enemy, that guy, every goddamn time. Dude, die! How did you not get hit with the fire punch? There goes momentum. I'm just killing them. Like, I don't trust these guys at all. Dude, this one. Dude! Stop shooting that many fireballs. It's absurd. I wish I had a heart right now. Ah, okay. Thanks, Zeus. Oh, what's up, it's Otter? Appreciate it, man. Dude, how is there a wall there? I don't get that. I didn't lose nearly as much time as I thought I would have. I did have quite a few mistakes. Cool. And now comes the eye candy level. This level's so fucking cool. If you guys are wondering if you should buy this game, check out this level. This is definitely a level that should convince a couple people to buy this game. Also, yeah, music levels are pretty huge too. The only thing I don't like is that weed damage boost before the part where I've been known to take many hits. But like that, and there's no checkpoints at all. There goes the entire lead. Like literally the whole 30 seconds are just gone now. Or 22 seconds. This spot right there, that tall jump, sucks really bad. Because, like, you're so used to not doing high jumps in this game. There's very little use for full height jumps. And then you get to that spot where if you don't do a full height jump, you die. Yeah. At the very least, 15 seconds lost. Fuck my life. Dude, what am I wall jumping off of? What do I wall run on? I don't get that getting right there out of bounds. Here's the good news though. As long as I stay not that red or a little green throughout the rest of this run, I'm fine because I can save at least 1.5 minutes on the final boss alone. Because I'm bad apparently. Oh, first try! There we go. That's really hard, by the way. Oof, almost got the damage boost, which doesn't save any time. It just sucks when it happens. Whoops! Get out of there. Yeah, okay. Well, let's just die. Well, at least I died there. That's actually not the end of the world. If anything, that might save time. If I actually, like, reacted properly. Yep, okay, we're bad. Fuck. Also, dude, what's happening? What is this cycle that these are starting on? What the hell is with those shields right now? This was a really good, amazing maze, and then that happened. Also, no, this level casually is a fucking nightmare. Okay, well, I also missed that because Rayman decided to spend 5 years turning around. This was a really good, amazing maze at the start, and then I threw it away. Right with, like, the last 2 rooms. Damn, dude. That would have been so good. I mean, it's good for a speedrun because it's a fast as hell level for 10 teensies. The checkpoints thing is only good for a speedrun if you're bad, which I am. But it's the fastest teensies in the entire game. Damn, dude. The worst part is, I lost, like, so much time with those deaths. I lost almost 10 seconds with the deaths. That could have been a more green split. Also, this starting is really cool if you don't, you know, biff it like I just did. Those jumps are really fun. Get over here. And now I'm getting past you. This is really strange that that works, by the way. I don't get it all. Whoops. That jump is so obnoxiously precise. You have no idea. Like, every time you see me get nudged forward like a pixel or so with that jump, it's pretty much because I made it by like a pixel. I love that that works, by the way. I'm glad I found it. And I think it works because the camera shakes and your ground pound has an AoE. Whoops, didn't want to ledge grab. Yep, our whole advantage is gone now. Couple sloppy mistakes in that level. Nothing huge, though. Just enough to lose 2 seconds. Pfft, that was a good zip. Okay. And now we're going back to World 4. And the reason that we do it in this order is because you're never going to have 260 teensies when you get to the spot in World 5. Ever. So, what we do instead is we order it, because in the way that this route is laid out, you also won't have 195 when you get to the mini-boss in World 4, which is what you need for the mini-boss in World 4. So we've laid it out in such a way where we do World 5 first, so we have the 195 for the World 4 mini-boss. Whoops! That was not the direction I thought I was hitting. Well, I guess it wasn't, but Rayman decided that it was. So pretty much this way just cuts down gallery travel time, which is what our recent route improvements have done. It's just cut down gallery travel time, which is pretty significant, by the way. Throughout the whole run, you spend a lot of time in the gallery. Dude, I made it. That's so good. Unfortunately, this cycle's never good. No matter what you do leading up to this cycle, it's always a bad one. I've experimented with everything, unless it is pure RNG, and we're just incredibly unlucky people. Well, I'm an incredibly unlucky person, so... I'll wait. Cool, that was smooth. Might save the 0.8 seconds. Not quite sure. Yeah, we did. Thank you, Zip. Base Zip God. Okay. And I can save time on 4-4 just by not entering Mansion of the Deep. Yeah, the improvements in routing are pretty sick. I'm glad that everybody, every single person contributed to the way that this game is routed. Like, everybody who runs it pretty much contributed something. Oof, I got the decelerate spin. It's very, very rare. Actually more rare than standing spin, although not nearly as bad. Hey, I actually got through there without bonking the corner. Cool. I'm sorry, I was inside of him. Like, what's happening with the hit detection? One of us should have died. Like, previous to anything happening. Come on, Rayman, get up there! I can never get it first try, and I don't know why. Also, this part's really great. That damage boost. Also, he kills himself. Ah! Oh! Even he's invincible. That's not fair. I wanted him to die. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Oh, that was just dumb. A lot of dumb. Cool. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, that was so close. That felt so unnatural at the end there. Oh my god. Oh! See ya! Do not enter Mansion of the Deep. Do not enter Mansion of the Deep. You need to not enter Mansion of the Deep. I did it. I should just get, like, an audio track going that's like, you will not enter Mansion of the Deep. I'm sorry, but I upkicked, like, really hard. Dude, Froggy. That was already terrible. That was all kinds of bad. I'm not sure why spike damage boost there. It's completely unnecessary. Oh, whoa, I geckoed on the backside of the... I'm confused. That was some bizarre geckoing. Murphy! God. Murphy is so worthless. Okay, where are we? This screen, right, okay. Dude, how did it even get me? Alright, well. I didn't know that that was actually possible, that you could uproot something and land on it in a single bound. I wish there were a way to speed this one up, like, at all. I'm gonna actually experiment with that probably today, trying to clip through the electricity. Okay. Well, that was not terrible. It wasn't as good as PB, but overall the level was better. By quite a bit, actually. Oh my god. Where did I die? Where did I die in these splits? Oh sure, Brannigan, probably. I kind of just want to see if you can, because you can damage boost in elevator ambush at the start. You can actually just damage boost through the electricity that we initially tried damage boosting off of. So, I'm wondering if you can do the same in that room, because that would be pretty sweet. But like right down here where we used to actually hit the electricity at the bottom, you could go through it. And I'm not sure why or how, but doesn't really matter. Whoa! Hang on. Dude! I just discovered an insta-slam! I'm so good! Okay, so since you can buffer inputs for near everything, if you do run attack, or if you do hold sprint, input for run, or input for attack, followed by another input for attack, it actually buffers the second attack input, and this cage is impossible to kick, by the way. But it buffers the second attack input, which I was messing around with previously to just be like, haha, you can dance. But you can actually do that to do a pound like instantly after leaving the ground, meaning a 0 height pound, which is really weird. Like an AoE attack, I guess it would be. Probably not useful at all, but still really fucking interesting. Dude, Rayman, you just swerved to the right. What are you doing? What are you doing? The swerving. Ugh, oh well, there's a heart right here, so. Only 2 enemies in the entire game that give you 0 lums. Whoa! I'm not sure how I missed the ring and survived, but I guess I'm not gonna complain about it. Dude, I can't get the slide properly. Oh well. Doesn't matter. Okay, 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 okay. I get it, Rayman. You don't want to upkick ever. Literally ever, even if you're holding up. I get it. I understand. Dude, that is the closest call I've ever been on those pistons. Oh, that's how they give you the consistent motion there! I understand now! They have a little bouncy pad in the invisible part. I was like, how are they getting the water to actually move you in the correct motion to always land on the enemy's head? But what they do is they give you a little bouncy pad that gives you that motion. It makes so much sense right now. Why do I not have a ticket marked for elevator ambush? That's a level that gives a ticket. Why do I even only have 9 tickets on my splits. I've made many mistakes, apparently, that are very strange. Bum bum bum. I bonked. Dude, the bonk is so strong. I don't know how to deal with the bonk. That could be a serious problem. I can't laser skip now. Okay, I just have to be ultra careful. And by ultra careful, I of course mean be an absolute idiot and get zapped in a stupid way that you've never been zapped before. Okay, we're good. Made it past the scary part. Now everything left is insta-death, so if I get hit, it's, you know, the heart wouldn't have done anything. Cool. No laser skip, still ended up being somewhat fast. Lost like 3 to 4 seconds. 5 seconds. Okay. How many tickets do I have? If I have 10, then that's a bit interesting. I mean, it would make some amount of sense. What? What? The platform sucked me onto it. That was very interesting. Wow, wow, wow. Dude, run attack, Rayman. How are you even standing punch? I'm confused how the wind pushes you right in this section. I mean, I guess they could have just been like, hey, the wind here will push you to the right. That's fine and dandy. But it's so weird. This is a spot that's weird. There's like nothing. Oh no, there is! It just made another sound. I'm like, how are they sending you in a set motion out of water? It's not possible. But in reality, it's very possible. Because boosts. Boosts! Where's this platform go? Oh, it goes up. Okay, sure. Convenient. Nice. I saved time on this split. Not much. But I did save time. Glue glue. I kind of wish we did music levels. I do have 10 tickets. Wow. Okay. That's bizarre. Where did I get the 10th? I should only have 9 right now. I think I got one in World 2. Or I got one in like a World 3 level that I wasn't supposed to get one in. Go there. Dun 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 dun. All right, grab your hand. Don't dare me dirty. Don't dare me dirty. Dude, this enemy. All right. Not to the moon. Not to the moon. Oh, oh God. Oh Jesus. Oh gross. Oh boy. That was sketchy as hell. That was a really good cycle. Oh my God. There is no better cycle for that cage. Oh my God. Okay. Little sloppy at the end of that cage. But, oh well. That cage was not quite as good of a cycle. That was a really good geyser blast. It could have been better, but that was probably the closest thing I'll ever get to perfect. Like, just because of Grabby Hand and the random cycles, I don't think I'll ever have a better one. What's up, K-Dread? 226? Yeah, I do. Main gallery. I don't have any time trials that I could warp to. Cocaine! What? Yeah, 226. Alright. The worst time trials in the entire game. Let's go. Where am I? I was completely out of bounds. I didn't even zip back in when I tried to. That was super slow, just because of the beginning. No, I got back in. How did I get all the way out of bounds? That's bizarre. Alright, as long as these are deathless, though, it's not the end of the world. This is pretty much my kryptonite, this one. Because there's one jump that's really awkward. And it's this one. Okay, made it. Oof. Alright. I kind of wanted to go through the two snakes, but at the same time, that's really risky, and I didn't want to risk much. Okay. Woof. 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 Okay, and now the most random one. This one's pretty much pure RNG. Which really sucks. Okay, well, it's RNG, and I done fucked myself. Yeah, that was terrible. That still doesn't make sense. There we go. Hey, look. It went how it was supposed to. Okay! Hey, he jumped at least. He didn't running attack, though. Dude, I'm just taking this slow. I'm not gonna make it before 40, I'm pretty sure. Never mind. It's very easy to make it under 40 on this one. Losing all of my lead because of dying 14 times in a row. Great. Zip. Hey, I upkicked. First time for everything, right? Bum 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 dum dum. Hey, Rayman. Rayman, what are you even doing, sir? Alright, worst boss in the game. See, that's why. Oh, oh, I got really lucky on the missiles. Like absurdly lucky on the missiles. Cool. Automatically saving a minute. Not a full minute, but like 30 seconds. 30 to 40 seconds. It's about 30, I guess. Oh no, it's like 40 seconds. Cool. That's what happens when you don't die in the second phase of the worst boss in the entire game. Woo! Yay! All right, 7, 8, or 9, guys. Is the teensy on 7, 8, or 9? Not 8. That means 9. Yeah, teensy on 9. Woo! That's the only random thing about the tickets, which I find fucking hilarious, by the way. Is that these things that we initially were like, oh, they're RNG, and then figured out, they're not RNG, cool. And then we figured out, okay, so they're an order of tickets, so after X tickets, you'll have, you know, these rewards. And then we're like, oh god, teensies are random. Thank god that we don't give a shit. Oh, this is sloppy. Very sloppy. Whoops. Dude, the bird! 2 whole seconds. Oh my god, the bird. Okay. Okay. Wah, 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 wah. Cool, that was actually not bad. Not a bad recovery strat. Oh! That was so close to being really good. Still a solid level. Losing... How much time am I losing? Okay, I saved some. It's a fruit shop. Okay, so now Rope's Course Invaded has unlocked. Which conveniently lets me warp straight to it. This is probably my least favorite time trial in World 1. Not because it's hard, but because I get standing punches so often in that first spot right there, and I just die. Also, there's some awkward jumps like that. Ugh. Sipping poop. Not quite. So every teensy in the game has been timed. And turns out that time trials are not quite the most efficient way of getting teensies. Barely, though. They're close to it. Which means that pretty much we do time attacks because they are quite efficient, but the levels that we do are actually more efficient. Also, you can only skip certain levels, so we pretty much skip almost all levels. Well, we skip a bunch of levels that you can skip just because they suck, and you can skip them. And these splits are not PB or world record, which is kind of, I guess, a little misleading. But the reason for that is, so these splits are, they're my PB for the newest route, pretty much. But pretty much, they're not quite the most efficient, but they're more efficient than the levels that we skip. So, Cryptic Jackknife has world record, and it is 1:42:27, and my PB is 3 seconds slower than that. Oof, 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 oh god. And then 1 second slower than me is Vortail, who is another runner of the game. And by the way, we're nowhere near optimized yet. It's just that we're incredibly good at getting very consistent times to one another. That's why we have, you know, 3 people within 2 or 3 seconds of each other. Sup, Blake? Zoom! I love that. One more time trial, and it is Once Upon a Time. Which is another really awkward time trial because of one specific jump that I have yet to actually nail in a run, because it's so awkward. And very, very strange, and I still don't understand it. And I'll point it out, it's in the second room. Ugh, I didn't want to grab the butter. Okay, it's this jump coming up. Nailed it! That is like almost an entire second or 2 faster than going through the watermelon. Come on, B! Nice. Nice. Oh shit! Whatever. It's faster just to go now. If I warp to Hell Breaks Loose, it would bring me straight here into the world, so that would have been faster, but oh well, too late. Wow, Pancake, that's really not nice. Go fuck yourself. Stop geckoing! I'm holding right! Ugh. How am I today? Well, pretty shit now that I found out no games work on my computer anymore. For no reason at all. After Zero, things have changed with my computer. Every video game has now broke. Uh-oh. Why wall jump? Why? Just why? Fuck. Well, doesn't matter. That's why I have the heart. It's for mistakes like that. Ah! I thought I can still... Yeah, Dota's fine. Like, all of my speedrun games are pretty much broken. For no apparent reason. Aside from fuck you, that's why. Cool. Hey Pancake, do you want to play Dota after this? And don't answer with you're in bed. God damn it, Pancake. Go fuck yourself. Yes, I am about to go world record, unless I choke again on the final boss, except this time for an extra minute. By what I mean by an extra minute is I mean I choked on this final boss for long enough to miss the record on these splits. I'm sorry, I disagree. I'm sorry. Pancake, fucking stop. It's too much. Pancake, you're gonna break Twitch with all of the chat spam. I have no heart, by the way. This is bad. Sub modify. Bird eye. Or bird A. No sub 140 today, unfortunately. And that should be world record. Whew. Whew. Oh, God. It feels so good to finally get the record back. Whew. Oh. Oh, God. Oh, welcome back, Fertail. Time to go rub it in Cryptic's face.